Hi guys, welcome to my video. Let me introduce myself. My name is Hafiz Hamidi and I am from Information System Majors and now I am FUPA 2 class. My topic is about team building. So normally most people begin by orienting themselves to the task. They talk about it, they figure out what it's going to look like. They jockey for power, then they spend some time planning, organizing, they sketch and they lay out spaghetti. They spend the majority of their time assembling the sticks into ever growing. And then finally, just as they're running out of times, but what really happens? Most of the time cause the entire structure to buckle and to collapse. It is a great challenge and they end up having to get so creative to solve the problem. A great exercise in teamwork, prototyping, and perseverance. So there are a number of people who have a lot more moments than others. And among the worst are recent graduates of business school. They lie, they cheat, they get distracted, and they produce really lame structure. And of course, there are teams that have a lot more structures. And among the best are recent graduates of kindergarten. And it's pretty amazing. As Peter tell us, not only do they produce the tele structure, but they're the most interesting structures of them all. For me, it's be useful to do at the end of the year again too and see if all the teamwork, collaboration, communication, and prototyping activities during the year build more skill and produce better tower result. So the question you want to ask is how come, why, what is it about them, and to say that none of the kids spend any time to trying to be CEO, right? They don't spend time joking for power, but there another reason as well, and the reason is that business students are trying to find the single right plan, right? And then they put a marshmallow on the top. They run out of time, and what happens? It's a crisis. Sound familiar, right? What kindergartens do differently is that they start with the marshmallow and they build prototypes, successfully prototypes, always keeping the marshmallow on top, so they have multiple times to fix when they build prototypes along the way. Designers recognize this type of collaboration as the essence of iterative process. And with each version, kids get instant feedback about what works and what doesn't work. It was very interesting to note that the collaboration did not cure the fail rate, which was about the same as when individual did it. Collaboration did not achieve a reasonable limit. Teams attempted to build too high and collapse were frequent. But let's look at how different teams performs. So the average for most people is around 20 inch. Business school students about half of that. Lawyers a little better but not much better than that. Kindergartens better than most adults. Who does the very best? Architect and engineer, thankfully. 39 inch the tallest structure I've seen, and why is it? Because they understand triangles and self-reinforcing geometrical patterns are the key to building stable structures. So a little better than average. But here where it gets interesting, if you put an executive admin on the team, they get significantly better. It's incredible. They manage the process, they understand the process, and any team will manage and pay close attention to work with significantly improve the team's performance. Specialization skills and facilitation skills are the combination that leads to strong success. If you have 10 teams that typically perform, you get maybe 6 or so that have standing structures. Has the team taken the assigned area of responsibility and formulated its mission, vision, and strategy to complete the mission? Has the team determined and communication its objective, anti- anticipating the result and their contribution time limit, and how will it measure good works result with the process that the team follow in completing the task? Does the team leadership or other group coordination supports what the team has designed? I don't see how collaboration has anything to do with the one plan versus iterative approaches. I think the study would have been a lot more of straightforward if the task was done by individuals, and then maybe later that could also be compared with performance of groups. To produce a strong teamwork, there must be cooperation from each individual in it, not only complement each other at work, but also understand each other with difference. Collaboration is needed so that the work can be done by seeing as effectively as possible and avoiding disputes between teams members. Teams building requires proper coordination, leadership who are able to direct their teams, and teams that are willing to be managed by leadership. Coordination also relates to be the direct control of the company or organizing that house it. In my opinion, it is very true that the team building is very necessary for the team to be able to work optimal. Of course, by managing teams and work optimally to remind the overall result of the works, and in processing the plan, of course it's very necessary cooperation from the team building. A prototype, successfully building the prototype with several plans and stacks that have been prepared, and of course with the combination of skills and facility skills, which is very powerful to produce successfully results. And of course, quantity is not the power of making good results, but quality. Simple simple teams building ideas can work, but the facilities has to be really good and meaningful. Tom's is a good speaker. Enjoy this. Thank you so much.